Hello, my name is Madison Crittenden, and this is the presentation portion of my case study assignment. This is a study of the BP oil spill. On April 20th, 2010, an oil rig owned by the foreign oil giant BP exploded. At this time, 11 human lives were claimed, as 20 to 100 million gallons of oil was leaked into the Gulf of Mexico. But the human lives weren't the only lives claimed during this crisis. 491 birds, 227 turtles, and 27 mammals were also discovered to have died. But those are just the recorded numbers, and those numbers could be significantly more than that. So, why was it a crisis? To explain that, we first need to define a crisis. Collins Dictionary defines a crisis as a situation in which something or someone is affected by one or more various serious problems. So when we think about this being a crisis, we think about the economy, the ecology, and the emotional damages that were produced from this crisis. Families lost family members, the ecosystems lost their lives, and ultimately the economy was damaged because that was a lot of money lost when the explosion occurred. People were informed almost immediately. Within minutes of the explosion, news companies were sending vehicles, and within hours, those news vans were arriving at the scene and filming as much as they could. So BP had absolutely no crisis plan, or if they did, you couldn't tell. They had a horrible reputation before this horrible reputation after this crisis occurred because of the way they handled this. One of the first things that was said by the CEO, Robert Hayward, was that he just wanted to get his life back after this. And that's a big turnaround because they had a pretty decent reputation before. They were one of the leading oil companies in the world. So the key publics are the employees, the families, the ecologists, and animal rights activists. Employees would be because job security. They don't know whether they'll wake up and have a job tomorrow, and they're mourning the loss of their coworker. And the families are obviously also mourning the loss of their loved ones. Ecologists are working diligently to figure out exactly how the Gulf will handle all of this oil being in there. And animal rights activists are having a field day because this is one of the major losses of animals in recorded history. So after the first statement made by CEO Hayward, after that, BP just wanted to please the public. They were very unprepared, but they wanted to please the public, so they would say whatever they thought they could say to make everybody happy. The environment is still damaged from this oil spill today, and that was nearly 10 years ago. Emotional damages are still high because people are still they have still lost loved ones, and that's not something that you can just get over. Those are sons, daughters, mothers, fathers, and everything else like that. And where BP is trying to slowly merge back out of the shadows, the economical damage is already done. They were out of the game for so long that it's unsure whether or not they'll be able to make a full recovery, even if you do start seeing more BP gas stations pop up every now and then. Thank you for listening to my presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to email me.